Good day, podcast community builder, podcaster Pete Kane here. We had a change in our schedule, but we don't stop. Lara will be with us a little later, had a family emergency, so I want to bring you a topic that is of interest to me, and I hope it is to you, because if you're wanting to make an impact, and we only live once, and life is precious, and time is critical, why not make the biggest impact you can make in this world? And that's looking at the world from global eyes. We call it playing in the global sandbox, because if you understand this shift, you're going to be better, you're going to make more impact, you're going to create greater demand for your business and whatever you're doing if you play in the right sandbox. Here's what I'm saying. Everybody has about 140 people they know, like, and trust in their local zip code. Now, the world changed years ago. Now, the opportunity is, how can I play a different game so I can make more impact, create greater demand for my journey, my business, my nonprofit, whatever you're doing. And that can happen if you just make this shift in your mindset. Let me give you a quick story. We all know when Steve Jobs passed away, because we knew him, we liked what he was doing, and he made an impact, so we trusted him. So when he passed, it was like, a family member had passed away, because the brain doesn't know the difference between reality and what's online. So when you go through the journey, which is 7 hours up to 11 buying signals or interest signals, and see a person on 4 different platforms, the brain just switches. So that's why people were mourning, people were grieving, people were just going through a process because they knew him, they liked him, and they trusted him with his products that they were using. His online reputation got beyond his zip code in California, and it went around the world, and the rest is history. So did that happen in 1 month, 1 year? No. It happened over time, because he continued to let people go on a journey with him, whether it was the initial, I don't even remember. Hold on here. I do remember. iPod. And then it went on to other things. The iPhone, the Mac, the iWatch, the pods, all the i stuff started just to roll out. And so people began to follow him, trust him, put their money where their mouth is. And that's the opportunity for you. You can do the same, but you have to look at your online profile and allowing people to go on a journey with you. If you don't, the journey stops. Let me give you another example. You meet somebody in your local area, say the grocery store. They ask you, hey, what do you do? And you're wearing a flag, you're wearing 2 different color shoes, and you're looking a little different. And so that has a conversation, a meaningful conversation, not how's the weather, but it goes a little deeper. And they become interested in what you said. And they say, do you have a card? And you get the card. What are you going to do? yes, you're going to check them out if you're interested. And let's just assume you are. And if you go online and search that person's name, not business, name, people buy from people, not from businesses. You search that name. If you allow a journey to happen, that's where tens to hundreds of thousands to millions to over 1 billion people can be on that journey because they want to know more about you. They're interested. And if they make 7 hours of consumption, 11 buying signals, that's a 0 moment of truth by Google, and they see you on 4 different platforms, click. That's what happened to the followers of Steve Jobs. And the rest is history with Apple. Look at what they've done. And you can do the same on your journey. But you have to put yourself out there, because if people don't have an opportunity to get to know you, they can't trust you, and they can't do business with you, because your online profile has a disconnect. It's invisible. You don't want to be a best kept secret online, because that's where everybody is playing. You don't have to be everywhere. You just have to be somewhere. And somewhere is online. Somewhere is where people can find you. Used to be before my stroke, and I had a digital business, did a small digital marketing business, and I had one maybe full-time, the rest 4 were part-time. When I had my stroke, I didn't set up any processes and no systems. It basically petered out. Took a little bit of time, but it did. Now, I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you. I want to be the hero in your journey to help you move from local sandbox zip code to global demand sandbox, because those numbers are 5,000, million, 1 billion. Because at the time, it's a known thing that there's only about 3% of the people that are ready to buy. And there's about 7% who are close. If you give them the right solution, you're the right hero, they're going to buy. But there's 60% in the middle, because the bottom 20 to 25% is not somebody you want to do business with. You want to do business with the people that are your ideal client, your ideal prospect, your ideal person that if you deliver, they love it and it's a joy to work with. And the bottom part are the ones that are the pain in the rear, and you don't want them, because they'll wear out your energy. They'll zap your energy. They will just wear you out. The 60% in the middle, we call it that messy middle, is the ones that could go on a journey with you. Maybe they need a book, a workshop, a webinar, a video, a podcast, something that allows them to pursue their interest in your solution, the impact you're making or could make in their life. They're looking for a hero. And if you're the hero, you both win. That's why we do podcasts. Let me make this a little bigger. Hold on here. Yes, right here. Okay. So it's our relationship flywheel. Together we're better. So when we have you on as a guest on our podcast, I'm getting to know you. I'm getting to understand your journey, understanding you better. I get a chance to really have a meaningful conversation with you. I have to know that to be able to add value to you, to be able to connect you, see how we can help you. Because if you lead with that, your value, and you're not trying to make a transactional relationship, sell before you've added value, then you have the potential to start your flywheel. When that happens, you become part of possibly a community magazine, which is simply we take the digital world, connect it with the printed world, and we build around you. You're the key person of influence. You're on the cover, and inside that is your team of referral, trusted partners, because trust is essential. Trust is essential. When you're referring somebody, you have to trust them. You got to know that they're going to deliver and make you look better. So together we're better. You have it in a magazine, which we have plenty on that. We'll let you, you can certainly, let me see, set up, hold on here. Boom, boom, set up a clarity session. Or if you're really serious and you want to dig into your journey, dig into your strategy, have us giving you the ideas to grow, the path to grow. It might not be the ideal fit for you because that involves an investment in you. Maybe you're not ready to do that, but at least see what's possible. And when you see what's possible, this QR code will book a global authority call. It's an audit of you with ideas on how you can grow. And if you want to take those ideas and run with them, you're not ready to invest, that's fine. But at least you walk away with a strategy. Walk away with ideas on how to grow. Because podcasting is a very effective way to build the relationship flywheel. But if you're doing it like a lot of people do it, then you're missing the opportunity. So from the community magazine, you go on to, we have live events. We get people together. Together, we're better. And inside of that is our school community, spelled SKOOL. And if you want to join our school community around people that want to make an impact, want to help you grow, then you can go to pkane.me/school, SKOOL. So this relationship wheel, if put into effect, start with the podcast, you have a community magazine, you have live events, and you have a school community. You have a flywheel. Every podcast, we get stronger. Every magazine we publish, we get better. Every live event, we help people get connected. We help people refine their message, their 5-minute message. We get them together. We stream it out like this is being streamed so people can see what you are, the impact you're making. And then when you join our school community, every single person gets stronger. So when you look at this, the scale mandate, local sandbox to global authority. Think of your sandbox down here, right here. 140 people that know, like, and trust. When you grow the global demand and you start playing in the global sandbox, this is where you can see your business. Now, does it happen in a week? No. Does it happen in a month? No. Does it happen in a couple months? No. We have a 6-month plan, and then you're set with the fuel, the foundation to your rocket. for your freedoms, your time, your wealth, your health, your creative, your location, your travel. That's enjoying the journey. Work hard, play hard. You've heard that. Why not grow from this local sandbox where you have a know, like, and trust community of 140 people and start growing to a global sandbox of demand? The more demand you have, the better your cash flow and the stronger and bigger your thriving community becomes, your business. So, okay, let me put this up here. Hold on here. I think. Hold on here. I'm just changing. Hold on here. Here we go. Sorry, I said the wrong. So just to reiterate, the engineering of online trust. It's 7-11-4. That's Daniel Priestley's. He made famous online on the Key Person of Influence. Look him up. Check him out. 7 hours, 11 buying signals in 4 different platforms. When that happens, the know, like, trust is engineered. And it could be engineered in a global stage, global authority, where you have global demand. When you have global demand, you have a business like Steve Jobs created. And if you see that and you feel it and you want to jump on board, get with us. Look, life is short. Life is precious. Waiting till tomorrow to start is a constant delay in life. Be intentional. Book a session with us. Get a hold of us. Because if together we're better, and engineering your online trust will make a difference in the demand that you create and the sandbox that you play in. Play in the global sandbox. It's a bigger sandbox and it's a better sandbox. Together we're better. I encourage you, take action. Let me see if our QR code is right here. Yes, that's a strategy. Certainly join if you're like, want to be a guest on the podcast and you're not sure about how that works. You can book a clarity session and I'll spend a few minutes just helping you understand how your story, how your journey can make a difference in your demand, your global authority journey. Because it starts with a podcast. And if we go back to this one, hold on here. I think I can go back to our relationship. Here it is. Our relationship flywheel starts with the podcast. We have a community magazine, bringing the print with the digital world. We do live events. We connect you, and we have our school community. Because if you join our school community, that's when we can add the most value to you and your journey and the impact that you're making. I'm Pete Kane. Be bold, make an impact.